Hi everybody, this is Matt Reisinger of the Reisinger Homes. Welcome to my video blog on green building and building science. We're in front of a house that my company built about 40 years ago. A very well designed contemporary house here in central Austin. Hugh Jefferson Randolph was the architect. Very fun project to build. But I wanted to talk today about the central vacuum system that we use in this house. I'm a huge fan of these. I've been using them for many years now. They're not used that often in Texas. In other markets of the country where I used to build, they were used quite often, and I think they're a wonderful system. So since I'm here doing a service call a couple years later, thought I'd take an opportunity, since we don't have a lot of video of this house, to show you the Central Vac system. So I'll meet you in the garage and we'll go take a look at it. Alright, so we're in the garage of this house, and here is the canister unit. This is the actual motor for the central vacuum. Several things I like about these systems. The big reason we like to use them for green building reasons is the indoor air quality benefits. When you use the vacuum in your house and you're vacuuming in your house, the motor is right there with you, the bag is right there with you. You're relying on a HEPA filter to be installed perfectly and to be maintained to make sure that dust is not getting kicked up. I actually have a very bad dust allergy, and when I'm using the vacuum, it can have a tendency to kick on an allergic reaction with me. So I really appreciate these, because what's happening is this pipe from the inside of the house is connected to the central vac inside, which comes to one main canister unit. And look at the plug on this canister unit. This is a 30 amp 220 plug. It's an incredibly powerful motor, so when this thing kicks on, it has more than double the energy or the suction power that your standard upright vacuum can use, because your standard vacuum plugs into a 15 amp circuit typically. They try to keep those motors under that so they're not popping circuits. Most of the time they're like 12 amp motors on those. This one's a 30 amp, super powerful, lots of suction. But then check this out, this is the exhaust pipes. It's got a cyclonic filter action here, so it's cycling the dirt here, and we take off this bin every 6 months or so to dump it. But then the exhaust air is pushing to the outside of this house. So as you're sucking things up, you're sucking up dust, particles, pet hair, all that kind of stuff, cat dander. The bulk of it is going to get stored here in this canister in a cyclone action, but then all the air is blowing to the outside. So none of that air is recycling back into your house. So not only do you get a better cleaning job, but really you get much, much better indoor air quality. So then let's go inside and I'll show you how the process works. Third benefit, super quiet. Alright, so let me show you how the central vac system works. You've got a hose system that's a very long hose. Here's the hose right here. And then we've got a series of outlets in the house. I think this hose is 20 or 25 feet long, and the central vac contractor I use spaces these outlets in a way so they're not more than 20 feet apart basically. So you don't need a ton of them. I've got the door, we're in the kind of foyer off the garage area. So I'm going to kick the motor on, and you can hear how loud the motor is if you're at the motor. I don't know if you can hear that on the video. And then once I plug this hose in, it's here, why don't you come in here. It's turning the motor off, because the sensor on the handle here is the one that's turning the motor on and off. So now that the garage door is shut, that unit's in the garage. Now listen to that. I don't know if you can hear that. But the only thing you're going to hear now is just the sucking noise of this thing. Man, it's got a ton of power. A ton of power. And you can control it on and off right here. So now, when we want to change outlets, we've got to unplug this and then change this. All we're going to do is carry this hose from location to location. Tons of suction. All the air is going to the outside. Much, much quieter for us inside the house. And again, really the main reason is that indoor air quality benefit. So if you're building a new house or remodeling, I highly recommend you talk to your contractor about a central vac system. This one happens to be VacuFlow brand, which is a brand I've used a lot and I've had real good success with. Thanks everybody. Have a good day. We'll see you next time.